So hi guys, so we are back to our intraday strategies, right? So before I go on to intraday strategies, what matters is that you stick to a particular strategy and master it. So I'm going to give you a few, and out of them, I'm going to give you one intraday setup, which is actually my main setup to do pure intraday, right? This is not a strategy. You have to select the stock in the live market, and then you have to use the intraday setup. The second is ORB. That's also, you select the stock in the live market. Nifty strategy, right? If you just master Nifty itself, you'll get enough money, as much as you need for living, right? And then you have previous day range breakout. Then we have 50 SMA strategy and then Biocon strategy, right? Out of them, you may find some of them in bits and pieces on YouTube, but this one is something you will not find anywhere, right? This is our setup, and which has given me a consistent profit, right? So let me just take you one after the other to all of these strategies, and let's begin. So the first one is basically intraday setup, right? So let's go to the intraday setup. So in intraday setup, our time frame will be 5 minutes or 15 minutes, either of it. I prefer to have 15 minutes as my time frame, right? So I have made it 15 minutes, but people who are really fast, they use only 5 minutes time frame. But because I'm a slow trader and I don't want to trade that many trades in a day, I prefer 15 minutes. And time frame should be 15 minutes and should be volumes or price gainer on TradingView, right? I'm going to take you to the TradingView platform. Then we need VWAP, but VWAP only will come in 5 minutes. You won't get it in 15 minutes. Then we need super trend. Then we need EMA 8 and 34. Then we need pivot point. We need Ichimoku. We need RSI, which should be above 60 if we want to buy, and it should be below 40 if we want to sell. And choppiness, no matter whether we want to buy or sell, should be 40, and ADX should be above 25. So I'm going to take you to TradingView platform and put each one of them one after the other, right? And remember, VWAP we will only get in 5 minutes. We will not get that on 15 minutes. All right. So I'm here at TradingView and I have a paid software. As I told you, this paid software it costs somewhere around 30,000 rupees for an year, and one can use it in 5 terminals, right? But so 5 of you can combine together and take it, and I'm sure they keep giving. I mean, when I was buying, we had some 60% discount, but usually 25 to 30% discount is definitely going on. So roughly about 5,000 it's going to cost, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it, right? So we're going to put and in free software you will not get more than 3 indicators, and then the data will also be lagging by 15 minutes. So we need, when we are trading and we are wanting to do intraday, we have to have the super fast and without lag software. So let's put indicators. The first indicator that I'm going to put is, first one is time frame is okay. Volumes should be volume gainer, that is fine. VWAP, right? So instead of day, I'm going to make it 5 minutes time frame, right? Or maybe you can make it 15 minutes. Let's make it 5 minutes first, because VWAP we will only get in 5 minutes. Put it from here, indicator. The first one that I'm going to put is VWAP, right? Take this. The second one now I'm going to put is super trend, right? Super trend, the setting is 3 and 10. So super trend, buy and sell signal. This is the one I'm going to be taking, and I'm going to go to its setting, and I will change the setting into 3, and instead of 7 I'm going to make it 10. Period is 10, factor is 3, right? Okay. Now the next indicator that I'm going to take is going to be EMA, right? So I'm going to type here EMA, right? And the EMA is basically double EMA, one EMA here and another EMA here. And I'm going to change the EMA setting to, as I told you, 8 and 34. So instead of 9, it will be 8. Okay. And instead of, again, I'm going to go to the settings and I'm going to make it 34, right? Okay. So the two EMAs have been applied. Then I'm going to put pivot point, right? So just go here and pivot. Pivot, and that's going to be pivot point standard, right? Traditional. Then we have, Ichimoku. So go to the indicators again, Ichimoku. Ichimoku, we're going to take here as this one, right? Not really this one. Ichimoku. Let me just see here. No, not this one. Not this one. I need to cancel it. This is not the one I'm looking at. Here and here it's going to be cancelled. An indicator Ichimoku. And let's see here which one is the Ichimoku signal core, Ichimoku band, cloud. I will take Ichimoku, this one. Yes, this is the one I'm going to take. And go here. This is all okay. I'm going to take the default values. And here, I'm going to remove a few of them, right? So these are, I'm going to remove the top 3. I'm just going to take this cloud, right? That's about Ichimoku. And then the next, I'm going to put here will be RSI and then choppiness and then ADX. All right, so I'm going to cancel here. Again, RSI, simple relative strength, and we're going to change in a minute. First, let's add up all the indicators. Then choppiness not that, not this one. I don't want this, so I'm going to delete it from here. Choppiness index here, right? And then the last one is ADX. This is the last one. And here I'm going to take this one, ADX and DI, right? Now we are almost done. Here I need to change my setting as per my, my inputs. What are they? This I'm going to make as 60. And this I'm going to make as 40. And this is okay. Rest all is exactly as it is. Fine. Now we are almost done with our setup. So we have VWAP, we have Supertrend, we have EMA, 9 and 34. Then we have pivot points. Then we have Ichimoku, right? And in Ichimoku have removed the top 3 indicators. Fine. Now, what I'm going to do, make it a little smaller so that I get the graph in the bigger space here. I'm going to make this also a little lesser. Yeah. Now this is my setup. I'm ready with my setup. Now I have to tell you, when is the buy and the sell. Just let's do one more thing. That VWAP, I'm going to make this a little thicker, right? This blue color, I'm going to make a little thicker. Okay. And super trend also, I'm going to make a little thicker. So where is super trend? Here is super trend. I'm going to make it a little thicker. Fine. So now let's see. Let's do one thing. For the moment, what we will do, I want to just remove Ichimoku, right? We'll add it on later here. This could be our setup also, a very simple setup, right? Here. Now, see, this red one is super trend and the blue one is the VWAP, right? When the super trend crosses VWAP, and super trend already given a sell signal, right? Super trend has given a sell signal and VWAP crosses. Here is our confirmation at this point. So when is our, like, now let me tell you, whenever the super trend is crossed by VWAP or the super trend crosses VWAP, right? VWAP goes up and super trend comes down, means stock will have a weakness. Similarly, whenever the super trend is the super trend crosses VWAP in the upper direction, right? You can see here, it means stock will be heading up, right? So let me just make it more clear. So let me repeat again. What is the time frame? 5 minutes. Even if you don't have Ichimoku cloud, it's fine. Just have two DMA, EMAs, super trend, VWAP. Even EMAs I don't like. It clusters my trading space. So I want to have clarity. I want to have simple, setup. So VWAP and super trend are two main, uh, elements that we have and which we need to watch again and again. Now let me give you where is our entry, where is our exit. So here is the super trend. Super trend has given a signal. Fine. And just see here, let me make it bigger, bigger here. So this is super trend. The green one is super trend and the VWAP is this blue one. Super trend crossed VWAP over here, right? Once it crossed, touched, and then it went up, right? Both of them are parallel, close. So whenever super trend crosses VWAP, right, there is an opportunity. Now, how is going to be our entry? Let me just make it more clear to you. The RSI should be above 60. Choppiness should be below 40, and the trend, like we are on the buy side, this super trend tells me that, and this black line should be in the middle of green and the red, right? So it's slightly low, that's fine. You can enter after first candles breakout and you can see how it went up, and it really has been going up. So see from where to where just dial went up. From this point, which is 567, it went up to 578, which is quite a lot for a and this is, please remember, this trading view is only equity. It does not give you any idea about futures, right? Now if you enter at this point, let me just mark it. Suppose you enter at this point, what will be your stop loss? This candle's low is going to be your stop loss, maybe with a buffer of half a point more, right? Sometimes the stock comes down, just goes below, and then bounces back from there, right? Let's see a few more. So what is our setup? RSI should go above 60, choppiness should come down, and the trend, if we are on the buy side, this should be strongly up, and this black line should be in the middle of green and red, right? So our entry here was for buy, and what we need to do, we have to have our, what's happening? I need my, let's say these are basically all the stocks that one has, all FNO stocks. So if you click it, you get the positives, like the ones which are heading up over here. And if you re-click it, you get all the stocks which are in the downward direction, right? In the descending order. There's the highest losing one, then the next, and so on and so forth. Now, suppose Nifty is in the downward direction, it will always be suggested to be on the same side. So let's look into any stock, for that matter, Jindal Steel, or whatever it is, Jindal Steel, yeah. Now let's see whether we had an entry or not. Right now, see, super trend has given a sell entry over here, right? And that day also, look at it here, this point here. Let me take a pen. RSI has just gone below 60. Choppiness has also gone below 40, right? Oh, sorry, RSI has gone below 40, choppiness has gone below 40, and see, here it is, right? But this is, ADX is not giving me a signal. When we are doing intraday trade, we have to be 100% sure. We cannot have any signal missing out, right? So what we have to do, let's look for some other entry. If I could find some other entry, see here, out here, this is another entry. This one is a beautiful entry. So here, look at, VWAP. Super trend has crossed the VWAP, this point, and RSI has gone below 40, choppiness has gone below 40, and this is the selling trend which is becoming stronger, and green is below and ADX is between both of them, right? So the moment first candle is broken, we can just sell this stock. All right, let me just tell you what could have been our profits. 237 to 231, right? It's a huge amount of money in General Steel. If you can take 1,000, you can take 2,000, you can start with 10 stocks. By this method, once you master this technique, you can increase it. Suppose you have 1,000 stock and this is good about 237 to 231, good about 6 points, and 6,000 rupees you can easily make. Okay, so let me just clear it up again and look for another trade. Andhra Bank. Now see here, we have to enter into the stock, right? First is that, super trend has given a sell signal, right? And super trend has crossed the VWAP and come down, right? We get a better confirmation at this time. RSI is already below 60 and choppiness is also heading down. So somewhere here at this candle, when this candle shows a rejection, price rejection, that is where we have an entry. This candle you can see, this is where we have an entry, right? And RSI you can see is below 40 and choppiness is heading in the downward direction, right? You can see the mindset of choppiness is to go below, right? And ADX is already very strong, means it shows that stock will definitely come down. This is Andhra Bank. Now let's see what could have been our profits. So here from 36.30 it has come down to 35.20. It's a penny stock. You can easily get good money. So you can have either side, even on a day when Nifty is going down, you will find beautiful trades in the upper direction also. For example, Apollo Tires. This is yesterday. Yesterday Nifty was down. Nifty went down. See here. So the super trend has long back given a buy signal, right? At this point. So RSI went up, choppiness came below, but we didn't have good indication by ADX, right? Next day, which was yesterday, which was 15th of June, look at where this, we can be aware that there is already a buy signal here. And see again, RSI went up. RSI went up here above 60. Choppiness went below 40. And ADX is already between the green and the red, and you can enter the moment first candle high is broken. Mark the candle's high and break, but when it is broken you can enter into the stock. What will be your stop loss? Let me tell you the stop loss. Stop loss is going to be this, the first candle's low. That's going to be your this will be your low. So your stop loss will be 971, your entry will be 984, and see where the stock went in the entire day. 1019, right? 71 to 18, that means 30, 40, 45, 46 points in one single day, right? But what you have to do, how do you have to select stock? Leave first top 2-3 stocks because they must be having a huge gap up. So you have to look stocks here somewhere 15, 16, 17 number, which may be trying to pick up the volume, right? So I mean, in the live market, I'll show you in the live market so that you can do it. Now let's say Lupin. Let's look into Lupin. Where was the entry? So here Lupin had an entry long back. You know, Super Trend gave an entry out here. And after that, here, this particular point, you know, RSI is already above when it opened in the morning. RSI is above, choppiness went down, and the trend is also strong, right? This is not that clear an entry. So from here, 912, it only went to 924, which is pretty a decent, you know, movement. Let's look into Divis Laboratory, right? Where was our entry? The moment RSI went above this, I'm taking again 5 minutes time frame, right? The moment RSI went up, choppiness came down, ADX went up, and the black line of ADX trend line is in the middle, right? So this was a beautiful entry after the first candle was breaking its high. So it started from 10.078 and it went up to 1111. So good about 22 plus 11, 33 points the stock has given, right? So how much should be your target, right? Target should be roughly about 0.5%. So if a stock is about 1,000 rupees, so how much will be 1%? 1% is going to be 10, and 1,000, I mean, you can use the trailing stop loss. I would suggest use trailing stop loss so that you can maximize your profits, right? So I don't think so, you know, we will be happy with 5 rupees only, but you will put a bracket order or the box order, the bottom of this candle, the bottom of the candle, first candle will be a stop loss. This bottom will be a stop loss, right? And the next pivot point, right? Next pivot point will be your target. Hope I'm making sense. So bottom of this means 1069 will be your stop loss, and the next is 1105. Make it 1 point lesser than that. 1104 will be your target. Okay. So you can be on the buy side because this place will give you the buyers and the sellers, right? The buyers with the volumes. You can go to this symbol as well and you can see which one are the volume gainers, right? Which one are the volume gainers? So this will just tell you these are the stocks which are gaining volume. So for example, the highest volumes were in RCOM, then in ICICI, then in Vakrangi, then in JP Associate, then in IDEA, VEDL. Look into JP Associate. So here it is. Here we got the sell signal by Super Trend at around here, right? 14.95 is 14.95 is where we got the sell signal, right? And the moment first candle's low is broken, and you can enter into this and see here it came down to here. So let's see whether we got a signal here or not. So we got a signal, not a clear signal. We didn't get a clear signal here, so we didn't have any entry in JP Associate. We want, you know, we want absolute certainty, right? Like here, this is IDEA gave a beautiful signal. So first, you know, we got a super trend sell signal out here, and RSI went below 40, choppiness went below 40, and ADX, see here, it's between the red and the green line, and the black line is in the middle of it. So you can sell after the first candle is formed 62.20. The stop loss is going to be 62.55, and the target will be your first pivot point, first, second, you can keep moving your trailing stop loss up and up. But first will be your S2 will be your target. That means 60.90 will be your target. Keep shifting your target in the downward direction and keep getting more and more money, right? So these are the volume gainers. Look into any other stock, PNB. So here is PNB. This is where super trend is giving the signal. RSI is gone below and choppiness is below. And see here the trend is becoming strong. Sell it after the first, this is 1220. This is 1220. You will get the opportunity entire day. Entire day you will get the opportunity. So this is 1220. That is when you get first, and the moment RSI is below, wait for choppiness to come below. You can sell somewhere here at 91.2 and the stock came down to even 89.7, right? This is PNB. So this is from volume gainers. You can take it from here as well. You can you can arrange your data in the ascending or the descending order. So buy ke liye, for buy, the RSI should be above 60, choppiness should be below, and the green line should be above, right from the middle. This is 5 minutes time frame. VWAP you will only get in 5 minutes. If I make it 15 minutes, you will not get VWAP, right? It does not come here in VWAP. VWAP, okay, I think now they have added it. Earlier they didn't have VWAP for 15 minutes. So now we have VWAP here. So this is Punjab National Bank and 15 minutes. Choppiness has come down and ADX is very strong. And the moment it goes above 90.95, the stop loss will be 90.15. This is 90.985 and it will take you to 93.05. So this is how you intraday trade. I'm going to look into Infi. Let's look into Infi. What happened in Infi yesterday? So first, see here, beautifully breakout. So you have to keep on tracking this. Keep booking your profit and keep tracking this. If there is something new, if there's anything new coming up, you can get it from here. RSI, look at this particular place. RSI is going above 60, choppiness is coming below, and green one is just lifting up, right? Of course, ADX is little below, but still, you can see the signal given by super trend, right? So that is how you will take entry. I would not like to take liberty in intraday. I would prefer that this ADX should have been here. That is my most perfect sign of entering into it. Okay, watch this video time and again and figure out the entry. But in the live market, it's very complicated. It's not that easy. So I'm gonna record a few live sessions, and I'm gonna do some live trading also with you people so that you can see. Now see here, this is again super trend has given me sell signal. RSI came below and choppiness has come below, and ADX is very strong, right? So we sell at the break of the first candle, which is 1248, and the stock came down to what value? It came down to 1248 to 1236. Not many points, keeping it such a huge stock, huge valued stock Infosys, but still your trade is bang on, right? Trade is bang on. So see here, let's see the failure also. So there is no RSI crossover. Look at it. No RSI crossover, no choppiness, no trend here. So this super trend failed. Fine. You have to track RSI and choppiness. They have to combine together. Anytime you go back in the history and see what is happening. Let's say here, this point, right? This point, RSI went up, choppiness came down, and the stock went from 1222 to 1237, right? That's the flight stock has taken. Let's look into the downward direction here. Here at this point, RSI has come below, choppiness is also almost at 40, and ADX is not very trending, but see, once the morning candle has been, this is this day, right? This is on 5th, 28th of May here. You can see the moment first candle was broken, stock went down from 1224 to 1205. Good 1206. That means good about 19 points. See, what matters is sure short points. You know, sure short points that you get. Look at this here. RSI went up, choppiness is close to 40, and ADX is not showing, but it's not bad either because it's between red and green. And C stock went up after breaking out the first candle 1222 1242. Good 20 points, right? Now let's look into Balram Porcini, right? Let's look into Balram Porcini. What's happening here? So see here, RSI has gone down, already choppiness is below, and this is becoming strong. Sell after the second candle once it comes below. So bring it below, 71.25. So, I feel that super trend and VWAP is good enough. You don't even need the EMS. You don't need the Ichimoku cloud. You don't need anything. What you need is RSI, you need choppiness, and you need the ADX. These three have to combine, and then the next candle, once these simultaneously happen, the next candle you have an entry, right? Stop loss will be previous candle's low, and target will be at least, whatever is the previous candle, at least that much or double of that. Or maybe the next, you can go up till the next, pivot point. Look here, like here, this one, right? This particular one, here it failed, right? It hit your stop loss after some time. But if you notice the first candle in this particular, the gap up is huge and the first candle is huge. Keeping in mind Balrampur Chini is a small valued stock. So that, and I'm sure it must not be here in the percentage gainers. So let's look into TCS. What happened in TCS? Yesterday, which is Friday, yesterday you look at it here, yesterday here at this point towards the end, roughly about at 2:30, this 15 minutes time frame, roughly about 2:30, the RSI went up, MACD choppiness came down, and the positive strong trend became very, very strong. And this TCS was somewhere underneath, it came up, right? And see the run up that it gave. Look at here on this day, day before. Super trend gave a sell signal, and when the first candle was broken, 1808, it went up till 121782. RSI below 40, choppiness below 40. Of course, the trend was not very strong, so it was a little dicey stock. But see here, over here, it opened gap up, choppiness below, and the ADX is very strong. So it headed up from here, 1815 to 1832, right? So little bit, little bit ADX should also be in the strongly uptrending or downtrending. If the stock is going up, the ADX should also be going up. So see here, the ADX is, this green ADX is not very strongly up, although the black line is up, but the green one is not up, right? So hope I am making sense. So what you have to do, you have to use your watch list, and in my watch list I have all 200 FNO stocks here. So if you click here, you get all the ones which are in the downtrend, and you click here, you get all which are in the uptrend. Now you need to make up your mind, you want to be on the buy side or you want to be on the sell side. If the Nifty is positive, you will be on the buy side. If the Nifty is negative, you will be on the sell side. And if Nifty is doing nothing, then you can take your choice. You can make your choice wherever the volumes are coming, wherever the stock is coming, every time you refresh it and you see the stock coming up, you will trade into that particular stock. That means OI is increasing in those particular stocks. Okay, so hope I have made it clear. Like, look into Ajanta Pharma. Ajanta Pharma, somewhere here, we need a absolute clear trade. right? Absolute clear means all the three have to be bang on, right? See here, RSI went up, choppiness came below. This is green trending strongly up, red trending strongly down, and ADX is going up. First, the moment first candle is broken, you can take your entry, right? And let me show you from where to where stock went. It went from 993 to 1015, from 931 to 1041. Once again, let me just run through everything. You can use 15 minutes, you can use 5 minutes. Many people use 5 minutes, but I don't prefer to use 5 minutes. I prefer to use 15 minutes, right? So what happens, let's see 5 minutes also. 5 minutes may you will get probably a lot more trades than you get it in 15 minutes. So here, the rule remains same. We have to have all the three parameters meeting. RSI above 60 if you want to buy, choppiness below 40, and ADX should be strongly trending, right? So let's see, this is Ajanta Pharma. If we get any opportunity here, and let's see if I could see anything. So see here, there is one place that I can see a little bit is here. RSI has gone above 40, above 60. Choppiness is heading in the downward direction, not actually headed down, but it's heading in the downward direction. ADX is heading up, and it's between the red and the green. So this was in 5 minutes an opportunity for us to buy at 997, and from 997 it went up to 1034. Huge points, huge number of points, right? So see here, again there is an opportunity here. Very, very, very beautiful opportunity. Look at this particular trade. RSI goes above 60, choppiness comes below 40, and here this green trend is going up strongly, red is down, and this is heading up, right? The black line is heading up. So we have an entry at this particular point. Let's see what was the time, what was the day, and from there we can make it out. So this is at about 9:30, right? After first candle, 9:30 onwards, we had a beautiful buying at 9:30, 9:30, and the stock went up till 990. 60 points it gave in one day, right? So this is how you can actually get beautiful trades by this method. This is a method that you will find accurate, very, very accurate, right? So as I told you, whenever you get an opportunity, the candle which is just below, just before, low of that will become your stop loss, and minimum next pivot point is going to be your target. But I would say use trailing stop loss, maximize your profits, right? Entire day you will get many, many such opportunities. Look into Cipla. So Cipla here, RSI gone up, choppiness came below. This is strongly heading up, and this is down, and ADX is strong. Enter after the, this is again a candle of 920, 595, and the stock went up the entire day. And where did it end? It ended at 613. Oh my God. Starting from 594 to 613. That is what the run up the stock has given, right? Now, see, RSI is down, choppiness is up, and the green trending line is turning in the downward direction. But now tomorrow will be a new fresh day. UPL. So every time you can see, and we will do this trading. I'm going to record a few live trades for you so that you can see. I did a few trades yesterday. I traded in National Aluminium and HPCL. I'll show you. No, I traded in NTPC and Hind Petroleum. See here. This is how it was. I actually, this is UPL. I want, I want NTPC. So NTPC I entered somewhere here, right here. Look at this. Here is my entry. This here, this is the first candle formed. I waited for its low to break, and choppiness came down, and then the ADX was pretty strong, right? And look at where stock started falling. It started falling from 157 and it came down to 154, right? 3 points in a 150 stocks is a huge amount. The lot size must be, this is an equity. I traded in equity, right? Then I traded in Hind Petro. Let me just show you Hind Petro, and where I entered, I did a selling Hind Petro. If I remember correctly, I think it was Hind Petro, because I did it yesterday. So here, beautiful trade, right? Just after the morning range breakout happened. See here, the morning range broke out. RSI went below, choppiness went below, ADX was strong, and I entered here, right? Somewhere at 306 or something. Let me take a pen. Somewhere here I entered, which is 3078, and I exited about 304 because it went down till about 303. I exited at about 304. So that was my trade in Hind Petro. Fine. So I'm going to record live trading sessions with you guys so that you can actually see this happening. And then once you master it, do it with 10 trades. Once you master it, we will do live also together if possible, right? So, but that's a later part. So what you have to do, look for the stocks here, leave about top 5, 6, 7, 8, look at 10, 11, 12, maybe 10 to 20 stocks. I mean, order 10 to 20 stocks, and then find out where is RSI is going up above 60, choppiness is below 40, and ADX is trending strong above 25. Similarly, if you're selling it, then again RSI should be below 40, choppiness should be below 40, and the green line should be trending down and the red should be trending up, and the black line should be between green and the red, right? So this is how we will be trading intraday, and it's quite, I would say it's about 80-85% accurate strategy. Don't do anything in anticipation. That's something I would like to tell you. Once everything happens, then only take your entry, maybe for lesser points but sure points. Fine. So, and which platform am I using here? I'm using TradingView. I'm not using anything, and this is the paid version. So I would say if you want to be in the market and you want one thing that you really need is good data, good, accurate, and fast data, and that you will only get in TradingView, right? So that is what my suggestion will to you guys will be. Have trading with view, 5 people or 5 of you, or you can look for a bigger, number of people also. But I think 5 is a good number of people. 5,000 rupees a year is pretty a decent amount, which comes out to be about less than 500 a month. So go for it, right? 5 of you combine together, form a group and buy. So one person can use only at one place. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you about. And if you want, you can have Ichimoku also. So let me just put Ichimoku. Ichimoku here is, where is Ichimoku? Here. And I'm going to change a bit about it. What happened? Let me just do Ichimoku. What is Ichimoku here? This one. What is happening? No. I'm not looking for this Ichimoku. Ichimoku time frame. Cloud alert signal. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. So I'm going to remove this one, and I'm going to remove this one. So now here is Ichimoku, right? And in this Ichimoku also, what I have done, that these I have just removed so that the graph becomes neater, right? Now what happens, the cloud gives me, an idea whether the stock is getting a resistance or a support. So see, this green cloud is just above, right? Means the stock is in the downtrend, right? So if the cloud is below, you can understand the stock is in the uptrend. If the cloud is pierced in the downward direction, somewhere here the cloud was pierced in the downward direction, and hence from here, which is 316 onwards, the stock is in the downtrend only, and it touched even 303. You can have it also, or you can just avoid it also, because to me most important is RSI, choppiness, and the ADX. And once I find these three in line, then I'm just going to take whether it's below VWAP and super trend or not. If it is so, then I'm going to go short, and my target will be next pivot point minimum. And if it crosses that, and I'll aim for the next pivot point with my trailing stop loss. Similarly, if I'm going in the upper direction, if the stock is going in the upper direction, then I'm going to go for, when the stock takes a support on the cloud, one, choppiness goes below 40, RSI goes above 60, and the trend becomes strong, I'm going to buy it, right? See here, RSI is above 60, choppiness is below, trend is becoming strong, I'm going to buy it, right? The cloud is just going to give you a bit of support, but not much. Even if I don't have it, I can manage. I have nothing to worry about. Fine. So with this, I'm closing, but I'm going to record another video in the live market so that you can see the trade actually happening. Fine. All right. Hope you can understand all the setting. If you have a problem with setting, just put them one after the other as I'm putting slowly, gradually. Right. Take care, and we'll meet in the next video.